We are not just going to make America great again. We're going to make American democracy great again. We're going to bring it back.
This morning, more than 200 Republicans who previously worked for former Presidents George H.W. Bush, George W. Bush, and or former Senators John McCain and Mitt Romney, they signed a letter backing Vice President Harris for president.
Oh, that's gonna hurt!
Okay, I mean, it's one thing for several notable Republicans to attend the DNC and speak publicly about how they're going to cross party lines due to the fact that an unhinged sociopath has their entire party wrapped around his finger.
I have a confession to make. I'm a lifelong Republican. So, I feel a little out of place tonight. But I feel more at home here than in today's Republican Party.
I voted for Trump not once, not twice, but 3 times. I realized Trump wasn't for me. He was for lining his own pockets. Now, I'm not left-wing, period. But I believe our leaders should bring out the best in us, not the worst. I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she'll make us proud to be American again.
It's a pretty simple question for me. Who is going to support the Constitution of the United States? Kamala Harris.
But to then have more than 200 staffers spanning 4 previous Republican presidential nominees publicly endorse Democrat Kamala Harris's White House bid starts to make a little bit more sense why Donald Trump is tripling down on the incoherent, low-energy teleprompter ramblings.
Because people get bored, but they don't get bored with me.
6.5 hours later.
Lawyers and your carpenters and your electricians and your drivers, and you're doing a lot of things.
While also quadrupling down on the trading card grift.
Is your favorite president, Donald J. Trump, with some very exciting news. By popular demand, I'm doing a new series of Trump digital trading cards. You all know what they are. We've had a lot of fun with them. It's called the America First Collection. You know, they call me the crypto president. I don't know if that's true or not, but a lot of people are saying that, so don't miss out.
This week, in an open letter first reported by USA Today, 238 people who worked for former President George H.W. Bush, former President George W. Bush, former Arizona Senator John McCain, and Utah Senator Mitt Romney have called on their fellow moderate Republicans and conservative independents to join them in backing VP Harris's campaign, along with her running mate, Tim Walz.
This morning, more than 200 Republicans who previously worked for former Presidents George H.W. Bush, George W. Bush, and or former Senators John McCain and Mitt Romney, they signed a letter backing Vice President Harris for president. The list includes former chiefs of staff, press secretaries, campaign managers, interns. There are some interns on the list as well.
You said a couple months ago you weren't quite there yet on President Biden and supporting him since you won't support the former president. Are you there on Kamala Harris?
You know, I said that the first party to pick a next generation leader will have a clear advantage, and I think she's shown that over the last several weeks. I've liked her messages with regard to unifying the country. I like the positive, the joy of her campaign, which stands in stark contrast to the Trump administration. But what I'm looking for now, and I think a lot of Americans are, or at least disaffected Republicans, Reagan Republicans like myself, is I want to see her come to the center more, kind of reach out to that large mass of us in the middle who are looking for more common sense, practical policies, not driven by the wings of the party. So that's what I'm waiting for. I got 70 days, and we'll see how it goes from here till then.
Over, of course, Trump and his vice presidential pick, J.D. Vance. If anyone's having trouble placing J.D. Vance at the moment, he's currently trending across the TikToks in some top-tier robot skits to rival Ron DeSantis and his endless quest to smile like a human being.
I'm enjoying a leisurely stroll in the park as a human does, and I thought I would interact with some other humans that I come across. Here comes one now. Hello, I'm J.D. Vance. I'm running for vice president. Hi, it's nice to meet you. So how long have you been walking for? Today or in general? Okay, good. Oh, wait. I think this is going pretty good so far. Oh, I spot a motherly figure with a smaller human being. Hi, I'm J.D. Vance. How old are you, little girl?
I'm 8.
8? Wow, I was 8 once. How about you, Mom? Were you ever 8?
Was I ever 8?
Okay, good.
Mom, can we go home? Yes, honey. Run to the car.
Oh, would you look at that? Another human being with a smaller creature attached to a leash. Hi, I'm J.D. Vance. What's that?
Are you asking what kind of breed he is?
For how long?
For how old he is or how long I've had
How long have you been walking?
I'm sorry, are you asking how our walk?
Okay, good.
And in the wake of said bombshell announcement, Trump vented as he usually does by taking to Truth Social, where he agreed to the already scheduled debate with Kamala Harris in September. By agreed, I mean the big bad alpha complained about every single aspect of it in a desperate plea for help.
So Donald Trump's temper tantrums over the debate got him absolutely nowhere. Here's what Donald Trump posted moments ago. He wrote the following: I have reached an agreement with the radical left Democrats for a debate with Comrade Kamala Harris. It will be broadcast live on ABC Fake News, by far the nastiest and most unfair newscaster in the business, on Tuesday, September 10th in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The rules will be the same as the last CNN debate, which seemed to work out well for everybody except perhaps crooked Joe Biden. The debate will be stand up, and the candidates cannot bring notes or cheat sheets. We have also been given assurances by ABC that this will be a fair and equitable debate, and that neither side will be given the questions in advance. No Donna Brazile. Harris would not agree to the Fox News debate on September 4th, but that date will be held open in case she changes her mind or flip-flops, as she has done in every single one of her long-held and cherished policy beliefs. A possible third debate, which would go to NBC Fake News, has not been agreed to by the radical left. God bless America is all in caps, exclamation point. I mean, by the way, anybody who, and this is my opinion, anybody who talks like that or writes like that or posts like that, that should be disqualifying in and of itself from any position of leadership or any position of quasi-leadership, yet alone the most important position in the United States of America and potentially the world, the presidency.
Because the reality is the man doesn't want to debate. That's as clear as the fact that J.D. Vance's staff hates him, and Barbara.
Hostility was incredible. And Reince was in there, but he was a little bit softer than he should be, to be honest with you. But when I looked at the hostility of that, I said, why am I doing it? Let's do it with another network.
President Trump, would you want the microphones muted in the debate whenever you're not speaking?
We agreed to the same rules. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. I'd rather have it probably on, but the agreement was that it would be the same as it was last time. In that case, it was muted. I didn't like it the last time, but it worked out fine. I mean, ask Biden how it worked out. It was fine. And I think it should be the same. We agreed to the same rules and same specifications. And I think that's probably what it should be. But they're trying to change it. The truth is they're trying to get out of it because she doesn't want to debate. She's not a good debater. She's not a smart person. She doesn't want to debate.
And with every poll swinging in Kamala's favor, as well as the ever-growing list of Republicans refuting Trump publicly, opting to choose country over party.
I was a Republican for 12 years in Congress, and I still hold on to the label. I never thought I'd be here, but listen, you never thought you'd see me here, did you? But I've learned something about the Democratic Party. And I want to let my fellow Republicans in on the secret. The Democrats are as patriotic as us. Values at home and abroad as we conservatives have ever been. I was relieved to discover that because I've learned something about my party too. Something I couldn't ignore. The Republican Party is no longer conservative. It has switched its allegiance from the principles that gave it purpose to a man whose only purpose is himself. Donald Trump is a weak man pretending to be strong. He is a small man pretending to be big. He's a faithless man pretending to be righteous. He's a perpetrator who can't stop playing the victim. He puts on, listen, he puts on quite a show, but there is no real strength there. As a conservative and a veteran, I believe true strength lies in defending the vulnerable. It's in protecting your family. It's in standing up for our Constitution and our democracy. That is the soul of being a conservative. It used to be the soul of being a Republican, but Donald Trump has suffocated the soul of the Republican Party. His fundamental weakness has coursed through my party like an illness, sapping our strength, softening our spine, whipping us into a fever that has untethered us from our values.
It's only going to get worse for the cult leader.
Governor Lee was called a rhino. I'm from Tennessee. He was called a rhino by Trump.
Was he?
Still supported
Jesus,
anyway.
he's a pretty conservative guy, so that's a hell of a thing
What
to
do you
say.
think about him getting called a rhino and then saying he supports him anyway?
Well, I just think that's par for the course of the Republican Party. They've fallen. I don't know what the hell's happened to the Republican Party. I'm the last spokesperson for the Republican Party, but it's pretty damn depressing. This is not your grandfather's Republican Party.
Thanks.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the Midas Touch newsletter at MidasTouch.com/newsletter.